Hey guys, Rydog'sMCGaming here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And before we get into our video, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. And I guess I'll go ahead and start with the bad news. The bad news is the Survival LP series that I was doing, Quest for the World's End. Well, you could just pretty much say goodbye to that. World save file got corrupted. I tried to recover it. I don't know how it got corrupted. Just a bunch of things. Let's just say a bunch of crazy things happened, and I can't get the world file back. And then the good news is, today, if you can't already tell from my hotbar down below, is my first mod review. And I know there have been a lot of reviews on this mod, but the mod that I'm doing today is Too Much TNT. The reason for me doing this is, well, the mod got updated, and it's got a lot more TNT. So, let's get right into this. So, this is the TNT times 5, and it's basically just 5 times the size of a normal TNT explosion. And this is how you craft it, for TNT. And, yeah, so let's just blow one of these babies up. And why is my sound so high? And something I might want to add is that these TNT can get kind of laggy, so don't get mad at me when you find out that your computer crashes or something. And so, yeah, that's a pretty decently sized explosion, I guess. And then the TNT times 20 is crafted with 4 TNT x5. And so, yeah. So, here's the TNT times 20. And yeah, that basically just ate up the entire X5 crater. And yeah, so decently powerful, but you don't know anything until you've seen the TNT times 100 and 500 and stuff. So yeah, this is how you craft the TNT times 100. Just 4 TNT X20s. And let's go ahead and this one may just lag for a little while, like that drop in frame rate I just got. And that's the TNT times 100. And look how tiny the little TNT times 20 hole is. Ooh. It's kinda cute. Well, in the sense of how small it is. Okay, you know what, I just need to turn this music off. This is really annoying. Turn the blocks off. Sorry that I have to mess with my settings, it's just really annoying to hear so many sounds simultaneously. Alright, so yeah, that's the TNT times 100. And then the TNT times 500, you probably guessed it, 4 TNT times 100s. That's how you craft it. So let's go ahead and blow one of these suckers up. I'm a little scared. I hope my computer doesn't crash. Oh gosh. Please tell me my game isn't crashing. Oh good. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm surprised my game didn't crash this time, because, well, I've had it crash a few times before this. So, I guess it's kind of a positive thing. But then again, I used a mod pack installer to get Optifine and, of course, this mod. And so I guess that may just be what's preventing my crashes. It's funny how that pattern kind of blows out from the side of this. It's kind of interesting. And now for the biggest one, and this one kind of has a different crafting material thing-ish. So it's a bucket of lava, a TNT times 500, and just obsidian surrounding it. And it's also got an interesting effect with it. And there's the meteor, I think. Oh, gosh. Makes a loud sound. And as you can see, there are fragments. Sorry, you know what? I'm just going to have to turn my volume off. That's getting really annoying. So as you can see, there are there's just like fire everywhere. There were those frags that came off in the meteor. But yeah, that basically dwarfs the TNT X500, which is kind of cool. And then, well, let's move on. So the flat TNT, it's kind of self-explanatory. It flattens out the area. So let's just say I want to get rid of all of this junk, so to speak, from that TNT 500 explosion. Well, there's your solution. I mean, this is like perfect for flattening out an area to build a house on or whatever. And so, yeah, that's the flat bomb. Or, well, I like to call it that. It's the flat TNT, but whatever. And then we're going to have to go underground for this. This is the mining flat TNT. So let's just dig down a little bit, dig over. Alright, so when you blow this up underground, it'll make the area flat, but it will also drop torches. So that's kind of cool. And oh, and by the way, this mod currently is updated to 1.7.10. So it's been updated fairly recently, but yeah. And this also does require Minecraft Forge. So, yeah. Oh, and by the way, so these are crafted with a TNT X20 and obsidian to get the flat TNT. And then the mining flat is TNT times 5 on either side, flat TNT, and torches all around that. And that's the flat TNT. And then you have your compact TNT, and that's crafted like this. So just TNT around a TNT X5. And yeah. So it seems kind of self-explanatory. It'll obviously shoot out TNT, kind of like that. And then it also puts a little dent in the ground before the TNT actually explodes. And yeah, so that's a cool bomb. So now we have our next group of TNTs. So that line about the house, well, looks like it's becoming a reality, because this is the house TNT. So as you can see, it creates a nice little cobblestone house. It's got little torches. Why did I just place that redstone torch? It's got a crafting bench. It's got windows, a door, everything. Everything to start out a house with. And this is the crafting recipe. Cobblestone TNT times 5, crafting table, and cobblestone. Yeah. And then there's also the wood and brick house TNT, which I'll show you in a moment. And so you can do the wood house with any kind of wood on the top and the bottom rows of the crafting bench. And you can also, and then you put a house TNT and gold ingots in the center. Then you have the brick house, which is house TNT with bricks around it and diamonds. So yeah, let's go and do the other two. So here's the Woodhouse TNT. And so, yeah, I believe the color of the wood, or, well, type, or whatever, I mean, just the wood itself, its type is just basically randomized, I believe. But, as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know that to be entirely true. And then the brick house. And, oh, by the way, I meant to just note that the wood house is an upgrade in the sense that it brings a furnace and a bed into the house. And then the brick house has a large chest, which obviously has nothing in it. And it also has a nice wool carpet. Yay. And then you've got the fire TNT, which is crafted with a flint and steel and TNT times 5. And I guess we should just do it over here. Not like it matters. I mean, we're doing an explosives mod, come on. I like the little particle effect. And, of course, fire everywhere. Hence the name, I guess. Sort of. I don't know. So yeah, that's the fire TNT, and then you've got the snow TNT, which is a block of snow, and TNT times 5. And I'll just... how did that redstone torch survive? Alright, and that obviously just places little snow things. Yeah, just little things of snow around it, and... yeah. So, good way to make a winter setting, I guess. And then you've got the ocean TNT, which is TNT times 100 and water buckets around it. And, well, what better to clean up a massive mess like TNT times 500 than fill it with an ocean, right? So let's do this, I guess. And this will sometimes lag at first, and it takes a little while to render out, but yeah. So you've got a lake, and some wait, seriously? Squids? No, just no. It's funny how the squids instantly spawn, though. Well, I guess, now that I think about it, it isn't. And after all, it's ocean TNT. So, yeah, and then you've got the Hellfire TNT, which is, there are 2 recipes. Well, actually, it's just, yeah. It's pretty much the same recipe, just flipped around, I guess. So, yeah, you've got TNT times 20, gas tiers, and fire TNT to make the Hellfire TNT. I'm going to turn my sound, oops, wrong, fail. So, I'm going to turn my sounds back on so that you can hear the, sound effects, because this is, like, really cool. So, here we, oops, did I just drop the item? Yeah, I did. So, yeah, here's the particle effect. And I believe there's, yeah, there it is. There it is, the gas sound effect. And lava and fire and netherrack everywhere. And yeah, so pretty destructive. Good for griefing, not good around your home. Yeah. And then, what's more appropriate to take away lava than vaporization, or vaporized TNT? I almost called it vaporization TNT. Fail. So it's just a TNT times 20 with empty buckets around it. And this will basically get rid of any liquid that is around it. Water, lava, well actually just basically any liquid in vanilla Minecraft. Because I've tried removing liquids from other mods, didn't exactly work out. So, yeah. And if you eliminate it with... Did I seriously just use snow TNT? Fail. But yeah, anyway, so if you use it around source blocks, then that'll completely eliminate anything. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. And so here's our third set of TNTs. Now this is the Ender TNT, which is crafted with, why did I say craft? It's crafted with an Ender Pearl and just a normal TNT block. And the Ender TNT, I'm not exactly sure why, but it kind of like teleports you away. Or, well, I wouldn't say teleports, come to think of it. But it just throws you like really far. So, I don't know, I fail to see how it's useful, but whatever, the mod maker put it in. Then you have the nuclear TNT, which is sort of self-explanatory, I guess. And yeah, I'll just go over here, because the waste it throws off, because it literally throws off nuclear waste. Yeah, the waste it throws off is ridiculous. And I guess I ought to show you the crafting. So, a block of gold, 4 glowstone dust, and 4 TNT times 20 to make the nuclear TNT. And let's light this puppy up. So this will also throw you back, just not as badly as the Ender TNT does. And that's its explosion. And this green stuff right here, if I go into survival mode, will poison you, as you can tell. Yeah. So yeah, that's nuclear waste, obviously. And it also kills the grass, as you can see. Or actually, I think well, it makes the grass just look weird, I guess, on the side texture. And as you can tell, the waste spreads out pretty good. There's even some on one of the houses. How funny. And now you have the digging TNT, which is, it's crafted like this, 2 TNT times 5 in a water bucket, and this one makes a hole all the way down to bedrock. Now I can't remember if it's the digging or drilling that makes a wide hole, but one of them does, and yeah. So this one, but it also has water at the bottom, so yeah. So it looks like the digging TNT is the small one. Or actually, since I'm on a Tunneler's Dream world, super flat world, then I guess it doesn't dig down that far. But yeah, it digs down. Let's just leave it at that. And the drilling TNT is a massive TNT thing. Whatever. Massive digging TNT, let's just call it that. And it's obviously, as you saw, digging TNT and TNT times 100. I like the particle effect on this one. And this one goes like really far down. Like, it's kind of crazy how far it goes. So yeah, this is significantly deeper than the digging TNT, but yeah. And then our next TNT is the Ghost TNT. It's crafted with milk and TNT times 20. And it basically just goes under the ground and explodes down there. And you just have to dig down to look for the explosion, I guess. And here it is. So, yeah. I don't see the point in that either. And I guess since we've got a small room to do this in, I guess I'll just show you the Multiply TNT, which is crafted gold ingots, TNT times 5, and bone meal. The multiply TNT, it'll basically just, where should I put this? Oh yeah, it multiplies the drops by, I can't remember the integer, but whatever. But it basically just multiplies the drops given off by the explosion, and you know, that's like really useful for blast mining and stuff, so yeah, it's a good thing to have this, I guess. I guess I'll just clean up the area, so to speak. And then the cubic TNT, which is crafted with just cobblestone around a TNT times 5. And then I guess I'll dig down a little further. And what this does is just make a 5 by 5 by 5 cubic room. Just like this. However, it doesn't leave any drops, so I wouldn't put it near your valuables. Yeah. And then, if I can just get out of here, there we go. And then the erupting TNT, well, that's, I mean, the name is self-explanatory as to what it does. I mean, it erupts TNT. And it is also crafted with compact TNT and a fire charge. And so it's just, yeah, so it just throws TNT out. And it just makes this huge crater. It's kind of fun. And then onto our 4th set, but however, not our last set. Yay, TNT is awesome. We've got the chemical TNT. So you've got redstone and gunpowder, and a bucket of water, and TNT times 100. Now this one's a little crazy. I just wanna say, because it makes this huge explosion that goes down like super deep. So yeah, that's kind of fun. But again, don't use it for blast mining because, well, that just, yeah. So then we have the floating TNT, which I guess I should demonstrate in this crater. Because, well, it's not like you want it floating above the surface and then exploding. Otherwise, there's no point. But basically, it just explodes while its fuse goes down, and it floats while its fuse goes down. Sorry, and then it just makes kind of like a TNT times 20-ish explosion. Then you have the freeze TNT, which is crafted like so. Water bucket, snowball, and TNT times 20. And this, well, it's kind of self-explanatory. It freezes water, obviously. And I guess I ought to show it to you right here. So, yeah, this stuff's like really cool. And I guess I also forgot to mention it turns everything into ice around it. So, yeah, it's kind of fun. And it's another good griefing TNT, if you ask me. Then you've got the timer TNT, which is redstone and TNT times 5. And so here's how it works. So it's just on a longer time, I guess, than normal TNT. I mean, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure how this one works, but yeah, it just makes like a little tiny TNT times 5 explosion. Then you've got the reaction TNT, which is kind of a cool one, which is chemical TNT and compact TNT, so it's kind of like the chemical, but a little more explosive, I guess you could say. And thus my point. You know what, hold on, I'm gonna turn these sounds off. So, yeah, this one's like multiple times the size of just like, you know, a chemical TNT explosion. I mean, yeah, so it's pretty crazy. And then you've got the animal TNT, which is just pieces of animals, you know, just like raw beef, raw chicken, raw pork chop, TNT, and rotten flesh. And upon explosion, it'll obviously... why do I keep hitting the escape button? It'll obviously just, like, spawn animals, and... yeah, it'll just spawn animals, and... oh, interesting, a villager. I've never actually seen that with this TNT, but yeah, that's kind of cool. Then you have the sand firework TNT, which is self-explanatory. It launches sand in the air. So you just put a firework star below a TNT times 5 and surround that with sand. Any type of sand, too, so that's a positive. And yeah, that's the sand firework. Okay, I gotta admit, this is crazy how bad we're demolishing this world. Or how bad I am. Why do I keep using a plural pronoun? So, yeah. That's that. And then the floating island TNT, actually I'm going to do this by the houses because, you know, just because it's cool. The floating island TNT, well, self-explanatory again, creates a floating island. And I'll see if it works with these houses. So, yeah. Wait, what the... I don't know. This TNT's been derpy since I got the mod, so don't blame me. But either way, that's... so, that's just kind of a derp. And then you've got the TNT firework. And I'll show you the crafting recipe after we get a little farther away. Because this is, like, cool. Or cool in the sense of huge. Or actually just, you know what, it's huge. Let's just leave it at that. And it's... I like that little fire particle effect. And thus my point on the huge part. Yeah, so... it's destruction, yeah. It's kinda cool. And that's that. Then you've got the gravity TNT, and, well, I haven't exactly tested this one yet, so not exactly sure what it does, so let's just try it. I thought it was going to do that. Suck me in like a black hole. And then, sure, it fires me up in the air. But yeah, that's semi-interesting, I guess. Oh, and by the way, it's crafted with Ender TNT and an apple. And you can thank Sir Isaac Newton for the apple. Well, the apple in the crafting recipe, that is. And then you have the Meteor Shower TNT, which is crafted with Erupting TNT and Compact TNT. So, this is going to be sweet. So I'm just going to go, like, over here, because I, again, don't want the houses. I just want to see if the houses can even live through this. Wait, what the... oh. Oh, yeah, sure, sure. Sure, just have TNT rain down on me from the heavens. That's actually kind of fun to see. But yeah, so it basically just rains meteors or TNT or, yeah, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it looks like it looks like meteors, but yeah, whatever. And yeah, that's the Meteor Shower TNT. And then you have the Spiral TNT. Spiral TNT is erupting TNT, and floating TNT. And, well, that's what it does. It throws out TNT in a spiral and leaves a little tiny floating island for you. Or, well, not floating, but, you know what I mean. And then you've got Grove TNT, which is crafted with trees, bone meal, and grass, dirt, or podzol around a TNT times 5. And pretty self-explanatory. Creates trees. Hence the reason it's called a Grove TNT. And yeah. And that's the tree grove that you get from this. It's kind of cool, if you ask me. It's weird. And, by the way, pardon me for the leaves on these being all messed up. I don't know why they're not agreeing with my texture pack, so to speak. Because they should be 32x resolution. But, And then there's the inverted TNT, which is kind of self-explanatory. Yeah. It just turns the ground, and that basically just destroyed the wooden house. I just gotta see what this did. Oh yeah, that's kind of funny. Looks like it destroyed two, or well, actually, that's not necessarily destruction. But yeah, this is the inverting TNT. Like I said, it just inverts the ground, which is kind of fun. And I just want to look at this. Yeah, nothing really. Thought there would be like inverted grass or something. I would have laughed. And then after that, there's the custom TNT. I've tried this TNT a few times before. Not exactly sure how it works. I think you just craft it however you want. I don't know. I'm a little confused. But yeah, let's just blow this thing up. I don't know. I think it may just like randomize the explosion or something, but yeah. And then the Easter egg TNT, which was crafted like so, 2 bone meal, and yeah. Well, I think you saw the crafting recipe. You should be able to take that in. And I really like the particle effect on this. Yeah, it's got the letters. And yeah, that's what it drops. Pumpkins and melons. It's kind of funny how that works. And then after all of these TNTs, we've also got dynamite, which is basically just it's basically just the TNT compressed into a little stick of dynamite. So, you know, you just put whatever it is, like the floating TNT or the vaporized TNT or whatever. You just put that in a crafting bench and it gives you 4 dynamite of that. And then one more group of TNT I forgot to include are the TNT gods things, which apparently come with this mod, and they're like kind of cool, I guess you could say, in the sense of the fact that they're interesting. And so, yeah. So let's just go ahead and do this. So this one is the mountaintop removal, which is, based on what I've seen, it's kind of like a flat bomb, but it's just bigger. Or flat TNT, yeah, I call it flat bomb, whatever. It means the same thing. But yeah, like I said, it's a little bit, or actually, I don't think a little bigger even begins to sum it up. It's huge. So yeah, that's that. And then the Mankind's Mark is a souped up house TNT. Makes a really cool house. It's out of cobblestone, stone bricks, fence. Yeah, you can see it now. So it's got a few furnaces and all that. It's got a couple of beds. It's got staircases. It's got large chests that have nothing in them. And it's even got a little balcony. And it comes fully lit. Oh, and it also has glowstone, so that's cool. And yeah, that's the Mankind's Mark. I think it's really cool. And then the Poseidon's Wave TNT is, well, obviously souped up ocean TNT, which is, yeah, so, which is why it's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, Poseidon's Wave, most people know that Poseidon was the sea god in Greek, so yeah. Alright, so let's just try this out in the Meteor TNT crater. And this one, sometimes this will lag pretty bad. Of course, the only problem with this TNT that I've found, I mean, sure, it's souped up ocean TNT, but it'll still just, it won't fill up as well as the ocean TNT. Like, it doesn't, it's hard to explain, whatever. And then this is the, oh wait, I'm just redoing the Poseidon's Wave, just, you know, I'll just, yeah, do this again, because, okay, that's derpy. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, yeah. So that makes a decently sized ocean, I guess. Yeah, come on, just load the chunks already. Why is my brightness so low? No, it's not, it's just chunk rendering, I guess. So, yeah, that's Poseidon's Wave. Then you've got Heaven's Gate, which, although I've tested it multiple times, not exactly sure what it does. So, yeah. So, looks like it just, I don't know, I'm guessing it may just be like the inversion TNT, or inverted TNT, or whatever. But I'm guessing it may just be that. Just, yeah. So, I'm not exactly sure what this one does, but yeah. So, that's the Heaven's Gate TNT. And then you've got the Hell's Gate TNT, which is a TNT that makes this huge, you know, it's kind of like the Hellfire TNT, but it also makes a netherrack fortress that has a nether portal in it. So I'll just scoot back for this, because this can be really laggy sometimes. And it also spawns ghasts, which is kind of cool. So yeah, there's the lava. Like I said, similar to Hellfire TNT. And then it should have created the portal, I guess? Or maybe it's just derping out on me again. Oh, wait, it's because I'm playing on a world that's, like, really high up. But, you know, I guess I'll just dig down under the ground and do take 2 of this. Yeah, that must be just, like, 256Y or something. So, yeah, let's just dig down here and try it. Let's see if this is 256. Yeah, that is 256, so not surprising. And then, so this is Hell's Gate. And here's the nether portal. So that's cool, I yes. And it also makes that huge netherrack ball. And yeah, so Hell's Gate TNT. Yeah, and then you've got the Dust Bowl, which seems kind of self-explanatory. I haven't actually tried it. I think it probably just like kills wildlife or whatever, because, well, dust bowls are, yeah, dead, I guess, so to speak. And yeah, so I guess I was right. So yeah, that's the Dust Bowl TNT. Then the Hexahedron TNT is like souped up. Oh, that's cool. It also spawns sand underground. And so the hexahedron, like I was saying, is souped up cubic TNT, which, well, you remember cubic TNT. It makes the little cubic room. And this is, yeah. Could have done it one block higher and that would have looked better. So yeah, it makes this huge, I don't know the exact dimensions, but it just, bottom line, it makes a larger explosion compared to the cubic TNT, which it was based off of. Then you have the Revolution, which is, I don't exactly know which TNT to compare it to, probably the Erupting TNT, or actually more the Spiral TNT than the Erupting TNT. But either way, it's just massive explosion. Let's just put it up to that term. I mean, if that's the best, that's the most apt description I can make of it. Let's just say that. And yeah, so that's the Revolution, and then this last one, which is also the last one of the mod. Oh, and I haven't been showing the crafting recipes, my apologies. So the flat TNT and uranium is for the mountaintop removal. Mankind's Mark is house TNT and uranium. And by the way, there is uranium ore that spawns naturally in the game. Ocean TNT and uranium is Poseidon's Mark. Then the floating island, that's the one I'm thinking of. Floating island TNT and uranium is Heaven's Gate. Hell's Gate is, well, Hellfire TNT and uranium. The Dust Bowl TNT is, I'm actually not sure which one. The Vaporized TNT and uranium. The Hexahedron is cubic and uranium. The Revolution is either Spiral TNT and uranium or Spiral TNT. Wait, what? I don't know. Total derp, I guess. And then this Chicxulub or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll just say Chicxulub. Is, it doesn't have a crafting recipe because I'm trying to use the shaped crafting thing on not enough items, and yeah, it's just not working. Looks like it may be just a souped up meteor TNT. Yeah, I guess it's just meteor TNT and uranium or something. Oh, wait, this is weird. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what... Oh, yeah, so it is souped up meteor TNT. Sure, lag out on me. See how that makes me feel? Minecraft, you're so mean. So, yeah, that's the, yeah, that's the Chicxulub, or I don't know, if somebody has the pronunciation, please post it in the comments. But, yeah, that's the Chicxulub, or whatever, TNT. And it also spawns these meteorites, which are just like decoration blocks, basically. And I think I can get the crafting recipe. I guess it's just, I mean, either it's creative only, or actually it can't be, probably, or it can be, it just probably isn't. But I mean, I'm guessing it's just probably the meteor TNT and uranium. No idea what it really is. And yeah, so thank you for watching my first mod review, and my name is Rydog'sMCGaming, and, well, goodbye.